Good morning. What better way to start the day? Be today's change. I am your host, Charles Von Gaston. Let's get it. Good morning. What better way to start the day? Be today's change. I am your host, Charles Von Gaston, and I'm very excited. Listen, I have another phenomenal message for you all on today, on this Worry Crush Wednesday. Listen. Season 3 is going great. I'm so very excited. I can't thank you all enough for all of the feedback. For everybody listening in, you are the reason why I do this. And I truly mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are the reason why. Without you, this would just be completely pointless, right? But that being said, I have a great message for you all on today. The theme for season 3, right? We're going over it again. What is it? It is climbing to new levels. We are climbing to new levels of greatness. We're climbing into this new phase of ourselves that we didn't even think was possible, right? So, we've talked about different things in episodes 1, 2, and 3, right? But now episode 4, what do we have? What do we have? Something so great. I promise you, if you grasp this message alone, you will just be a better human being. Not even just on the journey to greatness, not even on the road to success, but just a better overall human being, a better son, a better daughter, a better father, a better mother, a better partner, a better best friend, whatever the case may be. This right here, this message is going to make you a better person overall, right? So when I was really thinking about, what type of message do I want to give? What can I say that is going to be so great that so many people are just going to be able to relate to it and understand and just take hold of that and just really be great because of it? And the first thing that came to mind, the main thing that came to mind, was that we all want to be leaders, right? We all want to lead in some way, shape, or form. In something in life, even if it's just a project in school, we all want to lead some way, somehow, right? But now the important thing is this, is that what a lot of people misinterpret as leadership is dictatorship. A lot of people want things to go their way, and if it's not their way, it's the highway, right? I know y'all heard that saying before, but and when I say a lot of people, I mean us, all of us. We all do it at different times in our lives, but we have this capacity where we want to be in charge. We want things to go the way that we plan it, right? We plan it in our heads and we say, this is the way that it has to go. Nobody else's opinion matters. And in fact, we do this so often that we get into a rhythm of wanting to control other people, right? We want other people to do what we think that they're supposed to do. We have a predetermined ideology of other people's life. And in order for us to be satisfied, for us to be happy, they have to follow what we want, right? That's why a lot of relationships fail, because so very often you have people in a relationship where they want their partner to do something different, right? They're like, no, you shouldn't be doing this, or you should do this, right? They're putting so many different standards and so many different rules and limits on that person, all because they're thinking in their head of what the perfect example of their partner should be, where they're not even truly loving the person that they have. They're not seeing that person for who they truly are, but they see them for what they want to see. And that right there is dangerous. We all do it. At some point in our lives, some way, shape, or form, we all do it. Now, for the person that's listening that says, I never do that. I promise you, if you think hard enough, there's been at least one example where you had something in your mind that you wanted to go a certain way, and if it didn't, you had an issue with it. Right? So what I want to tell you all today is that leadership is the complete opposite of dictatorship. If you want people to move, if you want to influence people, you have to lean towards persuasion instead of dictatorship. You have to be able to show people your reasoning. You have to be able to move people. You have to get people to want to do whatever it is, right? So, for example, let's say I was in a relationship where my partner was doing something that I just completely, absolutely 100% hated, right? If I was in that example and I was the dictator in that example, I would be like, listen, no, you can't do that. It's over with. You're not doing that. Either you're doing that or I'm gone. You know what I mean? Or if you were the persuasive version in that same example, you would help show them why your opinion is important. Now, to be honest with you, your opinion isn't always going to be important. But as a leader, you have to be able to show people your vision. Not everybody, we don't see eye to eye. Nobody else is in your head. But as a leader, you have to be able to show people what's going on in your mind without being aggressive, without attacking them, without just forcing your opinion on someone. And that right there, that concept is so very simple, but I promise you, if you can get that in life, it's going to push you to new levels. Not even just in business, not even just in trying to be successful in whatever your endeavor is, but it's going to help you become successful in every single avenue. All of your relationships, all of your friendships, every single thing that you have going on, that's going to help you become a better person. When you develop this skill where you can help people on a deeper level, where you can persuade instead of trying to force and dictate. But that right there, that is what makes such great leaders. And if you look back in history, a lot of the leaders that were in history, right? I mean, what about them was so great? Was it their ability to create change? To be honest with you, a lot of them, no, it wasn't. But it was their ability to get so many people to believe. It was their ability to get so many people on board with what they had to offer, their ideology, right? And that's what it is. That's what true leadership is. That's what true leadership is. You have to get people to want to do better. You have to. You have to. If you don't, you're always going to clash. You're always going to collide. But that right there, that is golden. That is golden. Now for all of us, right? We've all had parents or guardians, right? If your parent or your guardian told you to do something, even though you were thinking about doing it, now that they just told you to do it, now you don't want to do it, right? We all had that moment where your parents said, hey, don't forget to wash the dishes. And now just because they told you, you just want to be disobedient. You don't even want to wash it just because they told you, even though you planned on doing it. That is the exact same situation here, right? In that moment, that parent was, now obviously they have a little bit of a different kind of vibe there. They're the parent, right? But in that moment, if we're removing the titles, right? If they were coming from a persuasive kind of, forefront, and they helped show that child or that individual why it was so important to wash the dishes. Listen, if you don't wash the dishes, then we're going to get, an infestation. We're going to get this. it's going to become moldy, or there's going to, you don't want to be in a dirty space. But if that individual understood the reasoning why and understood, then they will be persuaded, and they wouldn't even have to be told to do it, right? That right there is an example, but it goes deeper than that. That goes for every single example in life. We all go through times and situations, circumstances where we're told to do things, or where we're constantly telling other people to do things, and we're wondering why aren't people following what I'm saying? I'm the leader. I'm in charge. Why are you not listening? And it's not that they're not listening. It's not. I promise you it's not. But it's about your approach. As a leader, you have to be able to persuade. You have to be able to get people to see your vision. And that is the message that I have for you all on today. Listen, I promise you I have some great things planned for the rest of this season. It has been phenomenal. Again, I thank each and every single one of you that has been following me, that has been giving me feedback, that has been listening in, watching on YouTube. Today's Change podcast on YouTube, for everybody listening in on Spotify or Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, whatever it is. I mean, we're all over, and I just plan on growing this thing again, climbing to new levels, right? In every single aspect of life. That goes for this as well. So again, thank you all. What better way to start the day? Be today's change. I am your host, Charles Von Gaston. Let's get it.